welcome back to another video. This is my first video in a long time, and I've been watching a lot of Mr. Santy Zap, Wrestle Talk, and all of them, and they do a lot of predicting, like a year in advance, 9 months, all that stuff of different shows and all that stuff. So I want to do, because Bad Blood 2024 has been announced for October 5th. So because of that, and I have not seen anyone do this pay-per-view yet about predicting it. So I have 5 core matches that I've selected and 3 honorable mentions in case they want to switch out title matches, basically. The all honorable mentions are all title, who I think will be title holders at the time and who I think they'll be going against. In case, they might switch out one person that's in a title match for a different title match. So, I have no idea which ones they're going with. So, the first one, and I think is the main event of Bad Blood, is Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk in a Hell in a Cell. The reason why I think this is a main event match is because in every single Bad Blood PLE pay-per-view, a Hell in a Cell match has always been the main event of the show. So because of that, I don't think Cody's going to be the main event. I do think Cody will be there because it is his hometown, his home state, everything, all that. But I don't think he's going to be main event unless he's in a Hell in a Cell, which I don't think he is. Because I think there's going to be one men's and one female Hell in a Cell. I don't think they're going to do 2 men's. Because that's what they like to do. If there's a specialty match and stuff that is very involved in the PLE, then they usually do 1 female, 1 men's. So, with how it is going lately, I really do see this becoming a Hell in a Cell match for Punk versus Drew. Seth could be involved, but because of the Hell in a Cell, I don't think he is. But I do think he might be involved with Bash from Berlin. Because I definitely do think there's gonna be there's gonna be a trilogy. So there's gonna be Drew Punk's 3rd match, final match, before it gets all restarted with Seth and all that in WrestleMania. So the next match that we have is Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa. Yes, people would think that this match should not happen yet. I think it should. I think Roman's going to return at SummerSlam. That's every year there's been a big return. Roman Reigns is returning at SummerSlam. And it's going to he's going to cost Solo Sikoa the match against Cody Rhodes, which has already been announced. But what I think is the main thing that's going to happen is Roman versus Solo, because we have to get the Survivor Series. So Roman versus Solo as a main match. It's the new bloodline is going to mess with Roman Reigns to try to stop him from becoming a tribal chief. And that's when you hear Jimmy and Jay and the OG bloodline come out and try to and even odds. It gets into a DQ because of all interferences, but that leads into SummerSlam. Not SummerSlam, Survivor Series, where it will become new versus OG. The only way to do that is to really have it come back in a match between Roman and Solo for head of the table, with the new bloodline helping Solo try to beat Roman, and then OG coming in and stopping it. I think that's one of the best ways to get into it. And then you can get, at the Royal Rumble, an actual Roman versus Solo match. And then that's when The Rock comes back. And then that's what leads down to The Rock versus Roman. Or The Rock versus Cody. I really don't think The Rock should face Cody. I think it should be The Rock versus Roman. I think Cody either drops the title or I think he should drop the title to Cena at Elimination Chamber. So then you get Cena versus Randy for the title. Because I think Randy might should go. Actually, Randy is on the same show as Cody. I started thinking he was on Monday Night Raw. The next match I have is Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley, female Hell in a Cell for the title. So this is the first title match that I have in here. Liv versus Rhea we already know is going to be coming in as a big match for Bad Blood. Especially if they're having a SummerSlam match, and that's going to be a trilogy. I really think that this is going to be a very big title match at Hell in a Cell. Especially between, like, Dom and all that. Because that means, like, I feel like Dom is going to interfere in both matches at SummerSlam and Bash in Berlin. So I think in Bad Blood being a Hell in a Cell, so Dom can't interfere for either one of them. I think maybe Dom tries to help Rhea in SummerSlam, but fails. But then he accidentally helps Liv in Bash in Berlin, which makes it where he's barred because it's going to be in Hell in a Cell. That's a really cool idea, something I really want to see, and something I think a lot of people are looking forward to. I also have Damian Priest versus Demon Finn Balor. So what I said with this one is, Finn Balor has talked about how he hates having to get all ready and set with the demon stuff. He really doesn't want to do it anymore. So I think having a Damian versus Demon Finn Balor, where he basically retires, kills the demon, and that's when Finn gets released from the grasp of the demon, and that's where he gets to shine. He becomes a shining star, and he will go out and become a world title holder. Really close from that point, either at WrestleMania or Royal Rumble or something like that. He wins the World Heavyweight Championship. I really think that's a really good way to really push him, because a lot of this story people want is it's the demon that's holding him back. So if you fully kill off the demon and a full-on good storyline at Bad Blood that releases Finn from the grasp of it and then have a really good run as champion, that is amazing. I really would like to see that. Now, we got to the last of the main matches I picked. Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar for the title. I do think Brock Lesnar will come back soon. Look, I'm not a big fan of Brock Lesnar. I'm not a big fan of Cody. But I really think they should bring back a Cody versus Brock one last time. The one to prove that Cody's reign isn't a really bad fluke or like that was just based around his story. Show that he can actually beat really good people, but also have him beat Brock Lesnar clean in a title match. I think that's a really good idea to do, and good way after bringing Brock back, put him in a title match and show why Cody is the champ. Because right now, all he has done is AJ Styles twice, which I basically skipped. No, I've skipped every single Cody Rhodes match after he won the title, except for his I Quit match, only because that was the first match. If that was the main event, I would have skipped that too. I have not want to watch any of Cody Rhodes' matches at all. He's not. What I've seen is he's not that good, and he's not good as a champ. He is just like okay, I love Sami Zayn. I really like his character and everything. But as people say, like with Sami Zayn, he's good as an underdog that's chasing the championships. Just like how Trick Williams is good with chasing championships, which is why they made him lose the title. I think Cody chasing a championship, now his entire storyline was about his father never had it, so that's why he chased after it. But now that he has it, he doesn't even have a story anymore. His entire story was, my father never had it, so I want to get it. And now he has it. Now what? Because there's no bangers after bangers after bangers. Cody should not hold it to WrestleMania. But it probably will be that he's holding it then. Or Elimination Chamber. Or like Royal Rumble. One of those three. But I really don't think he should hold it there. I think at most, he holds it to Bad Blood. I actually think he should lose that Bad Blood. And give it to someone new. If he faces Brock Lesnar and that's it. I never actually thought about that. Now that I'm thinking about it, if Cody loses to Brock Lesnar for the title at Bad Blood, then you have Brock Lesnar hold it to Royal Rumble or something, and have John Cena versus Brock Lesnar, both people that came from the 2002. John Cena beats Brock for the title. WrestleMania is John Cena versus Randy Orton, who also is part of the 2002 class. That's really good. Or WrestleMania triple threat. Brock, Randy, Cena. Cena wins the title, but you have the last three members of the 2002 class that's technically still in WWE. I think that would be really cool. That all three of them could put on a really good banger in a triple threat. Or you do that at Royal Rumble, and then you do Randy, Cena just in a one-on-one at WrestleMania. You can also do Cena versus Rock. A lot of good options. But I really think a triple threat would be a really good idea in one of the last three. In Royal Rumble Elimination or WrestleMania. Now, let's get to the honorable mentions. So, these are all three title matches. This is the World Heavyweight Championship one I'm about to do, which is Gunther versus Seth Rollins. Because, yes, Damian promised to fight Seth after he beats Gunther. But Gunther's going to win the title, no matter what. And Bastion Berlin's going to have a really good match, because it's basically made for Gunther. I have no idea who Gunther will face then. But I really think Gunther should face Seth at Bad Blood. As one of the interchangeable title matches. Really good title. Really good match to see a Gunther versus Seth. I don't think we've seen a Gunther versus Seth yet. I'm not sure if we have. Would love to see that type of match. If there has been a match and I've missed it, you guys could tell me in the comments what the match was. I would love to try to go back and watch it. Next honorable mention is LA Knight versus Andrade. So this one was more of a reach, because I definitely think LA Knight's going to win at SummerSlam. But I don't, out of all the people there, it's either between Andrade or Santos Escobar. I think Andrade could really do good in the mid-card title picture, because he has been a U.S. champion before, as well as Santos. Or no, Santos has never been a U.S. champion. He was gonna be, but then you could have a triple threat then. Santos, Andrade, LA Knight. Could be nice. But I really think LA Knight versus Andrade, at least could be a really good match to interchange in there, or at least one of the three PLEs around it, or the other two PLEs around it. Then we have Braun Breaker versus Iljanov Dragunov, and for IC title, because I think it's gonna either bring out a triple threat or fatal 4-way with Braun, Iljanov, Sheamus, Sammy at SummerSlam, and either Braun Breaker's gonna win it or Dragunov is gonna win it. And I think having a Braun versus Dragunov for the IC title on the main roster would be a really good showing of how NXT were and how they did in NXT. That's a really good match to have. So, if you guys have any ideas of what you guys think might happen, either storylines or matches for Bad Blood, then put it in the comments, because I would love to see what you guys have. I'll even look in the comments if there are some really good ideas that you guys have. I will be taking screenshots of them. Your username will be in another video, and I'll have it all hooked up, and I might bring it up in my podcast that will be happening next week as the uploading of this video. 27th, I think it's 26th or 27th. I think it's 27th. It's one of the two. 26th, 27th. That Friday is when the podcast will release. So I'll be recording that Wednesday before, and so whatever comments there are, I'll bring it up in that podcast. If you guys haven't watched my other podcast, you guys can go to my Ranger Co. podcast channel. I have 10 episodes on there already for my Wrestling Renaissance Rants, and you guys should really check it out. I got this new championship. I displayed it there, and I'll be having it in every single podcast video that I do and any wrestling content that I do on here with my camera. So, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Goodbye.